It's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. No bigger stage than this one. Sold out MetLife Stadium, located just outside of New York City. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Toronto Mounties and the New York Jets. Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. Fielded right around the 8. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
So a nice run there, and I have to think a strong running game of the playoffs, maybe even more critical than the regular season. And if you go by the numbers, the man they have running it here, he was the best in the NFL.
And since he led the league in rushing yards, I think it means he's going to see the ball a lot in this game, too, because that's what they're built like. That's what they're built around. So I think the offensive line, the tight end, the wide receivers, everyone is coming together, wanting him to get the ball and get it often, and they want to carve some holes out there for him.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Mixon with a first down carry. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Rodgers going to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Rodgers to throw. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On play action, Rodgers going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That all the way in. Touchdown, New York. DK Metcalf, 39 yards. And the Jets will strike first here in this wild card matchup. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Wilson. Smith catches left side. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12.
Throwing is Wilson. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Running left, it's Mixon. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Going deep this time for Miller. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers.
And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Now the try here for the point after. Well, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Smith with a first down and more. And finally brought down at the 43. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Here's Wilson. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. T.J. Watt in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. This one swung out here to Jones. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 32-yard line.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. Here's Wilson. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
I don't care what he's listed in the program. Fullback, running back, tailback, it doesn't matter. He ran that play like a fullback, just like the old days when we saw the fullback dive. How about him picking that one up?
Only needed a yard on 4th down. That's what he's there for, right?
Exactly. Line him up, short yardage situation, and say, here it is, big man. Go get it.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
2nd and 6.
And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. Rashad Penny, a 14-yard touchdown.
And the Mounties are back within a score.
You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And the lead will shrink to 6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's a give to Mixon. Shedding the tackle. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Joe Mixon. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. It's a big play that time by the Jets. They'll run on first down. Mixon. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Two minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. To Mixon on 2nd down. And that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. Now, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Throwing is Rodgers. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Jets will extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now stands at 13. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. To return it, Darius Phillips. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. This is caught It's Brown. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Wilson drops it to Jones in the flat. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Again, Wilson. Looking downfield for Jones. Touchdown! A great effort there. 35 yards.
And the Mounties get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead will shrink to 6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On play action, now Rodgers. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
65 yards rushing for him in this first half as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs.
On 1st down, Rodgers. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers.
He'll drop this one down to Mixon.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's a run with Mixon. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. this might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
Ready, set. Check. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. Not much leg here. Fields this at the 24-yard line. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The second half starts with a carry by Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. To throw is Wilson. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. In this weather, any big play in the passing game, that's just a bonus, right?
It certainly is, but oftentimes offenses think inclement weather plays to their advantage because you know where you're going on offense. Defenders have to react, and they often slip.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Again, it's Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a third down and 6. That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
And think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches are giving, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
On third down, Wilson. It's complete to Brown, right side. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 21. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And it's a touchdown. Rashad Penny. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Mounties are an extra point away from taking the lead.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that will put them on top here in the third. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And I hate to point to that missed field goal from their last drive, but you look at the scoreboard, they would be in the lead if they had that 3.
Well, no doubt those points or those missed points do loom large, but here they're getting a chance for a makeup, aren't they? Almost like my time in school, I was always begging my teachers for a makeup exam. Here's their opportunity now to put those points on the board.
And every point becoming more vital here in the second half.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
Here's Rodgers throwing quickly to the flat. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a big play that time by the Jets.
So often on these RPOs, we see the ball get from the quarterback to the receiver in what feels like a nanosecond, but on this play, he actually cleared coverage downfield a bit before the ball got to him. The net result, though, a considerable gain.
On 1st down, Mixon. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
77 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
This is Mixon. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Rodgers dancing to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Now Rodgers. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Sidney Jones.
Well, so much of playing quarterback in the snow comes down to trying not to do too much. You got to just keep telling yourself, throws downfield we've run every day in practice all year. But guess what? They suddenly become more difficult. And this one gets away from him and winds up an interception.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now it's Wilson.
A check down here to Jones.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
One quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun to give to Jones. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. 3rd and 2, now Wilson.
He'll get this out wide to Penny.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones, and this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
We can make this one pretty simple. Blocked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out, and the Jets are going to get the football back. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Mixon. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
104 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Dexter Lawrence that time in on the stop.
Pardon me, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. On second down, here's Mixon. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10, marking down at the 9. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. A handoff to Mixon, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. To throw is Rodgers. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. 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 I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Back to throw, Rodgers. That's caught, and he will get into the end zone for the 2 points, and that helps. That gives him a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Wilson to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Trying to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Jets have just about sewn up this football game.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner. Partner, they took a knee to finish this one off. To me, that's the only thing they lost in the fourth quarter. How about that comeback?
Yeah, trailed coming into the last frame. Got it done, taking the knee. They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs. Well, one win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground.